Enjoy Louisiana films, music, and more. Download the Louisiana Film Channel app now and let bon temps du lait.
Hello moviegoers, film critic Bill Arsenault here, and this is the Louisiana Film Channel Lagniappe. Now, way back before COVID and the opening of big chain multiplexes that now dominate our suburban cinema landscape, city movie palaces used to be in great abundance, especially in New Orleans. Of course, things change over time, trends fade away, and people forget and forgo. But for those lucky few who lived by, worked in, and bought tickets to these big screen gems, the memories live on. No More Joy is a documentary on, as its subtitle says, the rise and fall of the New Orleans neighborhood movie theaters. And indeed, as the film progresses to modern times, things do get pretty sad. We see once proud and robust venues turned into department stores and apartments, or just demolished in many cases. When it comes to my heart, at least, it breaks upon revisit to these events. The late great local film exhibitor Rene Brunet Jr. is the main interviewee, who speaks with an enthusiasm that would be unmatched by people half his age. Going over the regional history of the theatrical and industrial experience, Mr. Brunet shares insight into his time running the old Canal Street Joy Theater, from lease to the eventual exit. We see vintage photos and feel the textures and scents of the different neighborhood establishments. My father, for one, used to visit the Napoleon as a kid, so I suppose this history is built into my genetic memory. There are two things that I take away from No More Joy: the lament of an era coming to an end, and the understanding that something is lost when such a takeover happens. Is it heart? Is it intimacy? Is it atmosphere? Maybe all three. The documentary came and went rather quickly, only being available for some years on hard-to-find DVDs. Thankfully, the Louisiana Film Channel has made it available on demand for everyone. And, even more thankfully, the story of neighborhood theaters isn't quite over. Mr. Brunet and his family would eventually operate the Britannia Theater, and newer places like the Broad and Zeitgeist would open and begin to pick up steam into the new decades. No More Joy has grand sorrow attached, sure, but it's also a wonderful document of what was and what still could be. It's a testament to be inspired by. On a scale from 0 to 5, from Gatorbait to Café du Monde, I rate this at a 4. No matter the context, I love learning about movie theaters, and I'm certain that I'm not alone. Thank you very much for watching. I was Bill Arsenault. Support Louisiana film.
Enjoy Louisiana films, music, and more. Download the Louisiana Film Channel app now and let bon temps du lait.